You got lucky. Okay, I want a rematch.
Yo, I want in on to take you or James.
Well, I got plenty of time to beat all of you. Steph, you want in on this too?
I'm in. Hope you know how to defend the long ball better than you do out here.
I'll take one after you guys are done. Might as well make me the championship game.
Ha! Okay, consider it done. It's gonna be easiest night of my life. But now it's time to start the real show with the league's newest star at center stage. Good luck tonight, fellas.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Harden out there with Paul. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Davis in at the 4 slot. The East All-Stars shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And a wide open look for James. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. LeBron's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Harden outside. Inside.
That's a wall.
No good from Durant.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Freak.
Move the ball and stick it.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. These All-Stars have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the technical free throw is good. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. The drive by Paul. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Now here's Paul. To the paint. That's good from Davis on the assist by Paul.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And here's Freak. The shot no good. Davis with some nice D. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
We talked about what it means for him to be at the helm of the All-Star side, and he said, really, it is a testament to my team. They've played great, and this is just a side effect of them having a great start to the season. They deserve all the credit. Love it, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Picked by Griffin. Paul passes to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And he sinks it from deep. 3-pointer good from Freak. Freak's got himself on the board with 3 there. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep. This game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Now here's Freak. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
They're doing a lot of spectating there on D. But, hey, it's the All-Star game.
Paul with the ball. The pass to Davis.
That's a wall.
No good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. And here we go. And a wide open look for Freak. West All-Stars with the rebound.
And you can see why the D is willing to just back off and really take their chances with his jump shot.
Here's Griffin. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Freak. Shoots it. And Anthony gets it to go.
And two teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
Paul with the bucket.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
And it's Freak missing. They have not led for a while. A chance to do so here.
Boy, they'd love to retake the lead right now.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And finished off by LeBron.
Every All-Star game, you can count on it. You're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
Get ready for your All-Star Dance Battle.
And the East with some changes. Butler, he's checked in for...
You know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for the West All-Stars, we've got Durant. Davis is out there with Griffin. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Lillard in at the two-guard spot. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Now here's Durant. Davis sets a screen. Up off the screen. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Sounds good.
It's going to be on Freak.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
John Walls checked in for Kyle Lowry.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Davis sets a screen. Over in the corner, Lillard. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. And the West All-Stars have possession. It's a three-point game. Lillard outside. Davis sets a screen. Off the pick. Nice jump shot. Good. Paul's got the lead up to 5 now for the West All-Stars. Now here's Freak, defended by Paul.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Now Freak. He's got 9. On the wing, James. Drops one in from the wing. LeBron's got 4 this quarter.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Lillard outside. They set the pick. That's tipped and stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And Wall with the slam.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
That's good. And it's 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He was intent on running the offense through Chris Paul. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now the feed to Davis. There's the screen.
That's a wall.
And it's Freak with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
A tight game here in New York. Paul kicks to Durant. To the inside, Davis. Paul dishes to Westbrook. A three-pointer off the mark.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Now here's Freak. 12 points for him. 5 on the clock. Back to James. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
Boy, that's a tough one. But he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
Shot's good by Durant.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Freak. And the first half comes. Welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
Freak in a 2-guard. LeBron James is out there with Anthony. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Wall in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kurt Rambis. Now here's Paul. The three. The offensive rebound.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Here's Freak. It's a one-point game. For the lead, and he hits the jump shot. Freak's got 14. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of them.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now here's Durant. 8 points for him. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Anthony can't hit. And so here are the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. That doesn't go either for Durant.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And it's a 3-point East All-Star lead.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love. Watching him operate inside.
Davis with a screen on Wall. Paul, no one around him. They can't stop the run with that one.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Freak with it, guarded now by Durant. And it's Freak missing. Freak's gone just 2 of 7 from long range. It's Harden with the drive. Paul can't get that one to fall.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Freak. Freak's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Left side, Davis. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Wall. Here's the break. Elbow shot is on the way. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that was possession.
Now here's Freak. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Third quarter action in just under 3. Griffin sets the screen for Durant. Feeds to Griffin to stop the drought. The shot is off. Excellent defense there from Freak. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Wall, that's good.
Are you kidding? This is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
Here is Harden following the basket by John Wall. Griffin with it. Gasol covering. Ball passes to Harden. Lets it go from deep. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Freak. 16 points for him. Wall wide open. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Russell, he's checked in for Paul. And Damian Lillard subbed in for James Harden. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Davis. Shot clock at 6. He sinks the 11-footer. Davis has got 8 points. And here's the East. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Russell. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. 16 points and 7 assists. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
Clark, it's a rarity when you've got a guy that can just do it as well as he does on both ends.
And it's the West All-Stars ball. It's a 10-point game. To the wing right side. The drive by Russell. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Russell's got his first points of the game. And here are the East All-Stars. They're on a 16-4 run. And it's Freak missing. Freak's gone just 25% from the arc. 2 of 8. Right side Russell. Davis with it. Gasol covering. Davis against Gasol. Lillard outside. 5 to shoot. Here's Griffin. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Griffin's got 9.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
LeBron kicks to Freak. To the inside. Griffin with the steal. And Durant, here we go. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Now here's Durant following the miss by Jennings. Durant dishes to Griffin. Russell with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Now just a 1-point East All-Star lead.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
New players in. And the West All-Stars with possession. They're on an 11-2 run. On the floor for the West All-Stars. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so here are the West All-Stars. Paul outside. Left side, Griffin. Wide open. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 11 points for Blake Griffin.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And that one misses.
No fouls. No fouls. No
Good
foul,
on the
right?
second
No
free
foul.
throw.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Paul passes to Harden. Griffin a screen on Wall. Here's Harden. Nice D from Wall. Harden's gotten only 4 of his 11 shots to fall here so far. Anthony. Here's LeBron. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game.
And they will call over the back on the play.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Wall against Harden. Launches a 3. No luck. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. And Wall kicks to James to take the lead. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by James. And it's now 22 points for Freak. And the West All-Stars have possession. They trail by 3. Griffin, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Freak, guarded closer. Banked in off the glass. Freak's got 12 points in just the second half.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
And he lays it straight in. And it's a 5-point East All-Star lead.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
For 3, Durant. And it's the East with the rebound. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. He kicks to Freak. No good on the 3. The West All-Stars with the ball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And the basket by Harden.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
Anthony dishes to Freak. Pass to Wall. Paul with the steal. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Anthony with the screen on Durant. And it's Wall in the corner. It's rebounded by the West.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Harden has a wide open look. Another miss by Harden.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
To the middle. Here's Griffin. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one's on Anthony.
Blake Griffin doing all sorts of things. He's got 13 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer than what it is now, guys.
Wall, that's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Picked by Griffin. Paul goes in. Pass to Harden. Davis with a screen on Wall. 6 to shoot. Harden inside the 3-point line. Offensive rebound. Here's Paul. And the rejection by James. Hampton still knocked it down. Nice composure. Free throw. Good. Paul. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They lead by 1. There's Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
That one misses.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Here's Davis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one's on Anthony. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
LeBron kicks to Anthony. Freak sets a screen for Wall. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Now here's Freak, guarded by Harden. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Freak. 17 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And it's Davis with the jam.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Ball passes to Freak. Soft touch off the glass. Freak's got 11 points in the quarter.
Showing the quickness. Right there, just tough to keep up with it.
Here is Harden. Outside Durant from downtown. Here's Davis. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the East. And West also making a switch. Lillard's checked in for James Harden. And Freak throws it down.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Here is Lillard. The dish now to Davis. Paul goes in. The score now all even. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Here's Freak. Can't get it to go.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
A good look from James, and he is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Griffin goes on by Anthony. Stolen by Durant, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
It's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Off target at the rim. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. It's a 1-point game, and it's Davis missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Here's Freak. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Paul goes in. Good work defensively by Lowry. And they're pushing it up. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Durant dishes to Davis. Durant kicks to Griffin. Back to Durant. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
104 left in the fourth quarter.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Davis kicks to Durant. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
A tough position. Dishes it to Gasol. There's Freak. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. For a 20-plus rebounding game.